Hey, look, I want to give a quick shout out real quick to my boy Canelo Alvarez right here. He ain't on the Mexican meat yet, but one day he will be.
Okay. All right, FightHype.com here with Rolly Romero. Rolly, usually, you know, I gotta introduce you as the WBA interim lightweight champion of the world, but what's going down with that? They talked about no longer having their interim champs. Like, how did that all shake out on your end with the WBA?
I'm champ. I don't care. I don't care. If I lose a belt, get another one. And that's what a champ does.
Yep.
Just gets another one. Vacates him, gets another one. Losing them for some stupid reason, gets another one.
So, but they made you the mandatory now for Gervonta, right?
Of course. That's beautiful, no?
Perfect.
And I'm pressing for that fight. And that's the fight I want. And that's why I called him out. And I've been calling him out for how long?
A couple years now.
A couple years now. And now it's a must. And literally all the stars are lined up to make this perfect. The only person that could bitch out now is Gervonta Davis.
Rolly, all jokes aside, you know, Tank's a great fighter. Arguably top 10 pound for pound right now in his prime. Why do you beat him?
I'm stronger than him, bigger than him. I punch harder than him. I'm better looking than him. But, like,
skills pay the bills in this sport, does it? No?
looks to. Looks to.
That's true.
Looks to.
It's true. Ask Oscar De La Hoya. And your boy Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia.
Ask your boy Ryan Garcia.
I ain't gonna lie, Ryan Garcia better looking than me. I ain't gonna lie.
Who fights better?
Oh, I'll fuck him up.
No, but you know, like, all jokes aside, you know, like Floyd says himself, skills pay the bills. Everything you said, definitely could argue that's true, right? But is he the more skilled fighter?
Let's be honest. He gets punched by everybody. He gets punched by everybody. It's just, I mean, bro, you fight a bunch of 26 pounders, bro, and like, dude, they can't do shit to you, and then you punch harder than them. You're big. You're literally fucking twice their size because you come down from like whatever fucking way you comes down from. You know, he's just a big boy, and he is explosive. He punches hard. You know, you can't take that away. But that doesn't mean that he punches harder than me. I'm the hardest puncher in the world. Like, you can't even, like, I literally made a career off being a pure puncher, right? Whatever else, you know, my little hidden talents and all that stuff, you know, but whatever. I'm known as a pure puncher. Like I said,
He is too.
I don't think he's a pure puncher. But you can make it appear that way fighting a bunch of 26 pounders and 22 pounders.
Okay, but
man, you put me with 22 pounders. Oh my God, man, that's horrible. Man, I don't think, man, like, and I'm obviously fighting people way bigger than me. I mean, Yiga came in an entire weight class over me, and I took the fight because who gives a fuck, really? I fight at 40. Shit.
if the Tank fight needs to happen at 40, you'll do
I fight
140?
at 40, but no, I want that fight 35 and 40. I can take both belts, right?
So, okay, what you said about featherweights makes sense, right? Last fight was against Barrios, a bigger guy. Still knocked him out. Still walked him down.
Barrios is weight drained.
Jumped a little bit, but that was still good.
I know. Barrios is weight drained. As simple as that. But it was a good win. It was a great win on Tank. That's great. All right, let's move on. Barrios was weight drained. And like I said, I know something they don't know. And that's that.
Care to disclose that or
No.
hint towards it?
No.
Okay. But
No.
do you think, again, he walked down a bigger guy in Barrios, do you think he'd come towards you, or do you think he's boxing in that fight? That you're who's the aggressor in that fight, you feel like? Or does it change round from round?
It doesn't matter. He goes backwards, I fuck him up. He comes forward, I fuck him up. He goes sideways, I fuck him up. But like anything you do, I fuck him up. Like, bro, like he's like this fucking tall, man. Like it's like, hey, little boy, stay over there, little boy, stay over there, right? That's how it is.
It's always fun talking to you, Rolly.
I know. I love talking to me too.
But he has, okay, what about the fact that he'll have the X factor? In all likelihood, he'll have Floyd Mayweather, you know, the guy who passed all the tests, giving him some of the answers in his corner, and not you. You know, how do you overcome that X factor?
Floyd can't fight Tank in this fight. He can't fight for Tank this fight. Hey, dude, you're acting like I said, Floyd's gonna be in. I'm gonna be fighting Floyd.
40-second break.
You act like I'm gonna be fighting Floyd. Like I'm not fighting Floyd. I'm fighting I'm fighting a stupid dwarf.
You're fighting a guy who is top 10 pound for pound.
Okay, a stupid dwarf, yeah. Like I said, you can say top 10 pound for pound. Okay, well, Rolly's gonna be number 1 pound for pound.
But what do you think you're more skilled than people think, or is it just?
I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna say I'm more skilled or I'm not more skilled or any of that stuff. I'm whatever you say I am. If you say I'm the worst boxer in the world, I'm the worst boxer in the world. If you say I'm the underrated boxer, have underrated ring IQ, I'm underrated. You say I'm a puncher, I'm a puncher. You say I don't really punch that hard, I don't punch that hard. I'm whatever the fuck anyone wants them to say. But you know what appears is what happens in the ring, and I got my results to show for it.
We think of intangible stuff that we can't always just measure. Heart. If this fight comes down to heart, why do you feel you could pull it out and he wouldn't if it came down to that?
I mean, I got more balls than him. Simple as that. It's simple as that. It all comes down to this. Right? Floyd's not the fastest, right?
He was. No, he was.
No, he wasn't. Judah was faster. Judah was faster than him. We can make an argument. Judah was way faster.
I hear you. Yep.
Judah was the fastest fighter ever for 4 rounds. Floyd wasn't the hardest hitting, obviously. They could say the most defensive fighter ever, but he got hit a lot. They could say, but you know what? Floyd was by far the smartest and most stubborn-minded fighter there is. And that's why Floyd wins.
That's what I was, getting at earlier. Do you feel like that might be overlooked, or if people just don't know that? Maybe not the skills, but the intelligence.
All this is that in reality, it's like hype trading. Somebody gets behind something, hypes it up beyond anything, and then they realize that it's not that hype. But it's like the value of like what everyone thinks of. If I say this is worth $1 million, everyone's gonna and then eventually I just keep saying it. Everybody's gonna think this is worth a fucking $1 million. Eventually, it's whatever you put the price tag of something is, and that's how it works. That's how it works, But in reality, this ain't worth no more than a fucking dollar.
This fight, if it were to happen, it would definitely be pay-per-view. That's where it would go down at.
Yeah, it is not all access. It's called the Rolly Show.
That's what you're gonna dub the Showtime All Access?
It's the Rolly Show.
But
man, I needed to get a TV show, right?
Well, but do you feel like you could promote this fight? Do you feel like the press conferences could be almost as good as the fight itself? Are you gonna go off?
Man,
launch a verbal assault?
Y'all are gonna see on the Rolly Show. Just check out the Rolly Show. Y'all want to see the Rolly Show? Y'all gotta come and watch the Rolly Show. There's only one way to find out. We're gonna see what's on the Rolly Show.
I gotta ask if for whatever Gervonta Davis isn't next. What's the other fight you want at the lightweight division?
I want to bitch slap poor Linares.
Why?
I just don't like it.
Okay.
That's a good enough reason for me.
All right. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Linares coming off a loss though.
I don't give a fuck. I still want to bitch slap him.
All right.
I really want to bitch slap him.
Anything? Had you run into him at the club or something?
No, I just want to bitch slap him.
Okay.
That's just not gonna change. That's something I really want.